Hey guys, it's Dolora Davils here, and I wanted to bring a deck to you guys today that I wasn't expecting to get, but I went to Books A Million today, and I saw it, and I was really impressed with it. But first and foremost, I want to apologize for the lighting. I really wanted to film this and put it out today, but my parents have changed the overhead light to something very fancy and chandelier crystal looking, and it looks horrible on the camera. So I had to improvise with a night light of mine. But I'm lit up, but my background's not, and that looks a little funny. I'll try to fix it before next time. Or at least film in the daytime from now on, but we'll see how that goes. My mom tends to giggle at me when she sees me filming YouTube videos, and that's distracting. But anywho, I found this at Books A Million today. It's got a matte feel with that metallic stuff on it, and it wraps all the way to the sides and the top, and then the back. I'll show you guys the back. This thing was only 20 bucks, literally $18.95 after taxes. Even here in Mobile, where taxes are 10%, it was still only 20 bucks. So, yes. All right, pause to read that if you want to. It opens like this. Neat, right? I've not seen that before. That was interesting. And this is made by, what is it? Lisa Stardust. I have not heard of Lisa Stardust before, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so this teaches you how to read astrology. Right, so this isn't like an oracle deck or a tarot or anything like that. Here we have a birth chart, and it literally again, pause to read. It's very nicely done. Again, I really like how this was done. And there's writing all around it. Then you have the houses. It's like a houses cheat sheet that folds up very nicely into this box, right? Super cool. Okay, let's go to the little white book, because there are 4 different sections in this book. There are a bunch of different sections in the deck. Sorry, my brain is wandering. In this deck, you'll find 70 celestial cards illuminating key astrological terms. The cards are organized into the following 8 categories. The planets, and it explains the planets in astrology, right? The signs, how the signs operate. It even has a section of asteroids. Yes, it has a section of asteroids, including Chiron, of course, and a bunch of others that I hadn't even read about yet in my own astrological learning. So it has all of the aspects, eclipses, and transits. And again, it defines what an eclipse and what astrological transits are. It then has the 4 elements, the 3 qualities, and the lunar phases and phenomena. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, here are the cards themselves. These can be used for all kinds of different things. The backings are different for every section. So here, these are the backings for the lunar phases. These are the fronts. I've never heard of a black moon Lilith, but it also has the super moons, the blue moons, blood moons, blue moons, and then it has your traditional first quarter, waning gibbous, waxing gibbous, full moon, new moon, all that stuff in the lunar phases section. Kind of cool, right? And the backings, really nice. Okay, now we have the signs. And it goes through all of the 12 different zodiac signs, right? And it gives you information on each of them. The only thing that I wish she had included in these was saying Libra is a cardinal air sign, right? So she didn't put on there like what their cardinals and elements are, like what their cardinal signs and elemental signs are, I feel like that would have been a really, really nice touch to this whole thing. But we can't have everything, and all things considered, this is a really, really good learning deck. We have the planets. This is what the backing for the planets looks like. And again, it's the text. So if you don't like text decks like this isn't necessarily going to be a deck that you would enjoy. But if you want to learn and you want to use these basically as kind of like flashcards or whatever, but that's also difficult because it's got the planet name and that on the same side. But you guys know what I mean. You can shuffle it and then pull and be like, oh, this planet, you know what I mean? And I feel like that would be super beneficial, right? It has, here are all of the asteroids. These are the backings for the asteroids. These are the fronts for those. We have the aspects here. These are the backings for the aspects. I like that the backings change. I'm not going to lie. It makes filtering through the sections a lot easier, which for study purposes, as opposed to divination purposes, you don't want your backings to change from one section to another, right? You don't want to be able to tell the difference between a major arcana and a minor arcana from the backing, or what suit the card is from the backing. But for a study deck on astrology, that can be very beneficial depending on how you prefer to learn. And again, these are what the fronts look like. Lastly, I think that's lastly. Let me double make sure. Oh, wait, no. That's right, because we have all of those smaller sections. Okay, so here we have eclipses and transits. So, planetary returns, pre-shadow retrograde, post-shadow retrograde. It's very in-depth, as you can see. We also have the elements and the qualities. Elements. There's only 4 of these, right? These are the smaller sections I was talking about. Love it. I also like just the minimalistic way that she did that. Then you flip it, right? And like the signs are. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. And then here we also have the 3 qualities, and these are upside down. I dropped it on the floor. Okay. This is what the backing looks like. Right. And again, the fronts. I'll have to pick that card up in a minute. But yes, again, I'm very impressed with this deck. This is going to be a shorter video. It's not going to be a 15-minute video. I definitely plan on using this deck for study purposes. I'm very excited to introduce this into my study of astrology. And this particular author, Lisa Stardust, I believe, let me double check. Yes, Lisa Stardust has a lot of really thoughtful and in-depth things to say about astrology. Now, there was another deck that I saw at Books A Million that was also an astrology deck, but I felt like it was a few dollars more expensive, and it only came with like 50 cards as opposed to 70. So I was like, well, if I'm going to use this for learning purposes, I want it to have as many of the astrological terms as possible in it. And the fact that this deck is specifically a learning and studying deck worked out even better for me. I definitely picked the right one. However, if you were attracted to this video because you wanted an astrology oracle deck, there is one of those floating out there, and probably more, which has made me wonder more about astrology decks and possibly getting a few of those astrology oracle decks and seeing how those line up and work as study decks and as divination decks. This one right here is going to specifically be more of a study deck. Okay. I was very excited to share this to you guys. So I hope that you guys were excited to watch it. If you are excited about these deck reviews, deck unboxings, anything having to do with tarot and oracle and astrology, please hit like and subscribe on my channel. I also want to say that there's going to be a video update on the content you can be expecting over the next couple of months. So I hope that you will tune into that. And if you like the update and you like the direction that my channel is going to go in the next couple months, definitely hit that subscribe button as well. I could use the followers. So until next time, happy shuffling, happy dabbling, and bye-bye.